I'm here today because after yesterday's result in terms of the election, I just felt totally gutted. I also felt totally disjointed with my country folk. Couldn't understand why so many people had voted Conservative and had voted UKIP, had voted about, for xenophobia and had voted for austerity, and I sort of feel like half of me is like, well, if it's that people have been too trusting and actually listened and believed what the Tories are spouting, which a lot of the time is totally misleading, and I think they've lied to the people by saying the economy is recovering, austerity is working. It's simply not, and there are so many academics and economists from Britain and all over the world who are saying this stuff, so it's not like just based on a couple of loony lefties or whatever they'd brand me as or us as here today. And I believe, so I think that people, and also of course the right-wing media, which is so powerful, which is so biased, and is so influential over the government and policies and all of that. That's totally not cool. So I was sort of thinking, well, I wonder if it's that people have got taken in by this and therefore have been used and have been lied to, or, which is a far scarier prospect but entirely possible, that the UK is just becoming more right-wing, that there are more and more people who are a bit like, you know what, I'm alright Jack, so I have no interest in social care and responsibility to other humans. I feel that keenly. Like, lots of people have been sort of having a go at me on Twitter and whatnot, saying, this isn't your fight, like, why are you getting involved, it doesn't affect you. Well, it affects a lot of my friends and family, but also I'm just a human who has empathy, and I don't like to see other people suffer, and I don't like injustice, and I just find it unbelievably distasteful and totally intolerable. It's not okay, and I think that if people knew, if people really understood things like the TTIP, really what was going on with the NHS, and I know, like, lots of people say, well, it's a bit boring, isn't it? But it's not actually. Once you get into it, it's exciting. It gets you going. Do you know what I mean? And it gets you angry and it gets you passionate, and that's a good thing. But I think if people really knew what was going on and what they'd voted for, then, as my banner says, they'd be mad as hell and they wouldn't take it anymore. So I suppose my main objective is to just educate as many people as possible, and help. So, if we are going to have all of these cuts, then this is going to be a tough time. So, I mean, if people who care and, give a fuck about anybody else, then we should mobilise as a nation, as individual communities, to help, to volunteer, to donate, to fundraise, whatever we can do, because it's going to be really, really awful for people out there. And I think also lots of people who think I'm alright Jack and are quite insular with their families or whatever, I think all of these will start to affect those people. It won't just be the poorest in society. Obviously they're going to get hit the hardest, but I think it's going to creep into a lot of people's lives. When you look at things like taking away statutory maternity leave pay. Oh God, like Christ, how are we regressing that far? This is ridiculous. So yeah, loads of people are having a go at me because they're just like, who cares? Why do you have a right to say any of this stuff? Well, because I do, because you do too, and anybody does, and it should be said.